Good morning. My name is Kathy Adelman. I serve on the board of Real Options Pregnancy Clinic in Wenatchee. We provide support for women who find themselves in an unplanned pregnancy and for families who are parents maybe for the first time and can take classes like Earn While You Learn. We have a doctor and nurse on board. We also have trained advocates who walk through pregnancy with women, providing support and guidance. We are primarily funded through the generous donations of individuals and churches throughout our valley. Normally, most of our funding comes from our baby bottle campaign. This year, we're unable to do our baby bottle campaign in person, so we're doing a virtual baby bottle campaign. You can find more information out about the virtual baby bottle campaign by following the link that's been provided on Columbia Grove's website. I want to thank you in advance for your support of this ministry. We're trying to love like Jesus on the clients that walk through our doors and to be light and love in times of really sometimes desperation for women who are in crisis and for families. So thank you for your love, thank you for your generosity, and thank you for your support.
Hi, I'm Pastor Gayla. I equip families to disciple their children. It's a hard season, but school's finally over and summer's upon us. And I want you to know that I am here for you as a resource. Parents, I want to make sure that you have the tools and the support that you need to help your children thrive in their faith during this time. You have the opportunity to lay the foundation of their faith that will last them a lifetime. So we have a number of resources I'd like to make available to you. If you'd like to have a small backyard Bible club with a few friends, I can put together a box for you. We have children's story Bibles available, to craft supplies. We have bulletins. They are age appropriate, and you can find those at columbiagrove.org under House Church Resources. There's a box there. So if you're in a house church, if you are a family who are staying home and not able to come to services, I want to make this a great experience for your kids. So please send me an email, gayla@columbiagrove.org, and let me know how I can help you. I'm here for you, and I'm praying for you, and I miss you all very much. So may your week be blessed.
Hey there, Columbia Grove, it's Pastor Nick. I just want to say good morning, I love you, and welcome to Columbia Grove, whether that is checking in from the church building or that you are at a home church. If you're brand new, we'd also like to be able to send a $5 donation to the charity of your choice. So how do you make this happen? Well, it's pretty simple. Go to columbiagrove.org, click I'm new, and fill out the contact information. Now, this will allow us to be able to be in contact with you, and it will also trigger that $5 donation. Now, why would you want to be in contact with us? Well, it's pretty simple. We should probably know what's going on in the church. Like, did you know that starting the 19th, which is probably today if you're watching this, we are opening the church building? That's right. You can attend church at Columbia Grove. You simply need to RSVP. That information's in the newsletter. Did you know that also shortly, within the next couple of weeks, we will be opening youth group? Well, that's probably something you'd want to know if you had children. So, all of that will be in the newsletter as well. So, go on, click I'm new, fill out that information, and let's be a family together. Now, if you're not new, you still have ways of helping, and most of you know this by now. Log in to facebook.com, click check in, and click Columbia Grove. This will trigger that donation to the charity of the month. So pretty much we all get to just stay where we are in our pajamas, or maybe we're in our church attire by now, and we are able to help people simply by the click of a button. So guys, I'm so glad that you're part of our family. I can't wait to be able to give you guys a hug one day. But until then, I will be happy just talking to you online or seeing you face to face at the Columbia Grove Church building. Love you guys, and I will see you soon.
Well, hi there. Linda Belton here, Executive Director of Small Miracles. For those of you who are not familiar with Small Miracles, we are a local nonprofit located here in the Wenatchee Valley, and we take care of feeding hungry kids. In the summer, when school is not in session, the children who rely on free and reduced lunch during the school year, sadly many times go without the nutrition that they need. So that's where we come in and we make sure that the kids have nutritious meals so that they can grow and stay healthy, and so that they can enjoy their summer. We are 2 weeks into our 5-week program, and so far we have served 7,432 meals. We always can use volunteers, so if you have an hour to spare, we could sure use you. You can go on our website at smallmiraclesncw.org/volunteer and sign up for whenever you might be available. We would love to have you. Also, if you would like to make a donation, we have a lot of extra expenses this year with PPE that we are required to have from the Health Department and the USDA, and other expenses that have come along with that. And if you would like to make a donation, we'd sure love it. You can go to our website, smallmiraclesncw.org, and you can do it right there. We thank you for all your love and support. Columbia Grove is awesome, and we love you guys, and we thank you so much for everything that you do to make this program a success.
Good Sunday morning, everybody. Just want to say a few quick thank yous for the success of our yard sale we just had yesterday. Thank you for the volunteers who helped organize. Thank you for the volunteers who had their pickups over on Friday night to haul stuff over to Pastor Andrew's house. And thank you for those that had their pickups to haul it away on Saturday. Thank you for Ann Benedum and her expertise in leading that garage sale. Just can't thank you enough for all that. Thanks for your continued support financially for the church, whether it be via the church push pay program on our online, or the U.S. mail, or just stopping by the church and dropping it off is great too. Thank you. Love like Jesus. Let's worship.
Stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard I can hardly think as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still into love, 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 love. Good Father.
Well, good morning, and welcome to Columbia Grove. This is a good point for us just to acknowledge the sheer weirdness of this moment, right? But because for those who are in the room, so we have about 35 people in the room right now, and as also at least a little bit more than 50 people are actively watching online, and others that have not logged in for whatever reason. So it's a weird moment, and for those in the room, this probably feels a little bit like you just showed up in a broadcast studio, and you're like, "Where'd you move my church?" Well, this is part of where we find ourselves right now, and I just wanted to point out and kind of lay out why we're doing things, why we're in the way that we're doing it, and as we move forward, we're going to learn increasingly, I hope, better ways to do it. But what we are trying to do, and what the heartbeat of planning has been throughout this whole process, is how can we be worshiping together as one church? So whether you are in the room, or for the many people right now who are joining at home or online, one of the ways that we've been doing that is, and you're already probably noticing some of that, is as people are commenting on their phones, on their computers, on their iPads, whether that's as a house church or worshiping on their own, we're going to be able to see most of those comments in the room. There is a little bit of a filtering system for some of that, so don't get too many bright ideas out there in TV land. But the heartbeat of all of this is to allow us as a congregation to worship as one, wherever we are, and whatever that looks like for each of us. So thanks for being a part of that. Thanks for being a part of that. And thanks for taking the time out of your week to whether come in person or to simply log in. We need Jesus now more than ever, and we need one another now more than ever. He's the only one that can bring us through this hard time of plenty of uncertainty, plenty of change, and in the midst of all that, he's also the one that even while we're probably fighting for some sense of normal again, he is the one that can actually bring something that is profoundly good out of this. And that's what we're looking for. How does God has allowed us to be in this moment together, this weird moment together, this weird moment as a church, is what is he doing to strengthen you, me, us, and the mission that we share together? So we're looking for that. So maybe just for fun, if you're at home, just leave a little comment, especially just for the next couple of minutes while I do the rest of the announcements. I just want to open it up to see if you can make the room laugh, okay? So I'm going to talk about serious stuff for a moment, but if in the comments, see if you can make the room laugh, just so we can appreciate how we really are doing all of these things together. So by the end of the service today, there'll be an opportunity to RSVP for the service next week. You can find all that information at columbiagrove.org. So it's just a couple of boxes in. Oh, cool, from Arizona. Judy, it is good to see you. So you can RSVP. So even if you're in Arizona, you can't really come in person, but although, Judy, you certainly could. Yeah, good to see you, Carrie. So just that'll open up in a little bit, and we'd love to have you in the room. And just so that you are aware, for those who are watching online, that everybody in the room, other than really if somebody's actively speaking or actively leading worship, we're wearing masks, we're socially distanced, we're doing everything we possibly can to guard public health. Those are the two commitments that we made. One is that we're going to guard public health throughout this entire process. And secondly is that we're not going to neglect the online worshiping community. So we're gathered as one church here in this crazy room with our masks, socially distanced, and you sitting on your couch, munching on a bag of Doritos with a cat on your lap, and we're all worshiping together, and it's good. Thank you so much, church, for being generous. So whether you've been giving online, or many of you have been giving so generously to the food bank, the need is greater than ever, and you've been rising to it. So thank you very, very much for that. So whether you're following along with the comments in the room or at home, maybe even take a moment and share the service if you don't mind, and that'll allow other people to join in on the live stream. If you haven't yet subscribed to Columbia Grove on Facebook, please do that, or on YouTube. For those of you who are watching on YouTube right now, subscribe, and it'll also help you to stay in the loop. I also want to put another couple of emails up on the screen. So if you're wanting to get just general information from the church, please send a note to, all right, Dad, good to see you. Please send a note to office@columbiagrove.org. So could we put those addresses up on the screen? For general information, or if you're looking for a house church. A house church is just a group of people, usually 4, 5, 6. Sometimes it's the same family plus a few others, or maybe a couple of small families joining together to worship together, and then also to just invest in each other's lives. So later in the service, there'll be an opportunity to spend some time as a group. So whether that's in the room or at home or with those house churches, around some questions, just ways to go deeper and to encourage one another along in your faith. So if you want information about house churches, email office@columbiagrove.org. If you're looking for information on how you can volunteer and help, please email paul@columbiagrove.org. Now, we are going to be celebrating the sacrament of Holy Communion together. So those in the room, you might have received one of these things coming in, so that's good. And we can be participating in communion together that way. And for those of you who are at home or watching online, we'd invite you to get some bread and get some juice and be ready to serve one another, or at least to participate in those things together. What else do I need to remember? I think we're about there. Okay, well, let me just open this up in a word of prayer, and then I'm going to turn it over to Eric and Elijah live to lead us in some worship, and then Dave Belton is going to lead us in a time of congregational prayer together. So let's pray together, church. Lord, this is a funny moment. Here in the room, here in our living rooms, in our house churches. It's a funny moment, but we are glad to be in it together. And Lord, we are glad most of all to be in it with you.